Okay. They are here. They are here. And that means that I can quit Discord again. And I can take care of everything else later. I did not tell him 1 a.m. I told him 11 p.m. But I said there's a chance it will be a little bit later. Okay, now MaxPax is hosting, but I don't see Clem. Did you do Vitos? Or just decided to host Waterfall? Mm-hmm. Okay. I was like, I hope he's here. He's here. Hi, guys. All right. Yes. Close the program. I like Discord. I am active in my own Discord server. I'm active in a couple of other servers. I like Discord. I would not quit Discord forever. Discord is good, mate. I just meant I don't like to have programs open when I'm hosting events because A, it can make a sound and the sounds can throw me off. B, you can get DMs and they can be distracting. I just open it to ping Clem, but he's here. Hello, guys. We ready to put on a show? All right. Before I let the boys finish up in the lobby, even though game 1 is going to be played on Waterfall, which is already set in stone, I want to show you guys the recent history between these two. Because it's been fun. Last Monday, the streak got broken. But before that, MaxPax was on one hell of a streak against Clem. A 3-2, a 3-2, a 3-0, a 2-1, and a 2-1. And that obviously becomes painful. If you're as good as Clem, you don't want to lose against anybody 5 times in a row. But last Monday, he turned things around, but it did not come easy. The games were super wild. It was a shame it was only a best of 3. But it was one hell of a series. Today, we're going to do it all over again, but this time around, it's a best of 5. It is the main event of the 2nd edition of the BASILISK Big Brain Bouts. I'm getting DMs of pro gamers right now that they want to play in it, and that makes me happy. That means we're doing something right, guys. Let's go ahead and enjoy our final best of 5 of the night. In the top right side, we're looking at the main base of the Prince of Denmark, who was on an amazing streak against his opponent, but it ended last Monday, even though he was in a really good spot in that final game, and he almost had it. Can he start a Neil streak, or will it be a streak the other way? This is our royalty, representing Storm Gaming, MaxPax. That's a lot of channel points being bet, and it's very even. It is very even. In the bottom left side of Waterfall, we are looking at the main base of the Frenchman. I mean, some people say that he is. If Yona can do the intros, why would I do them? Played a lot of Double Gas Factory before Expand last Monday, and in some of the previous series as well, and I expect a lot of that today. Clem is good in pretty much everything. MaxPax has really come such a long way. His PvT used to be a little bit weak. He used to stay on low probe counts, make life harder on himself, but he's so damn good in the matchup too these days. I don't know what to expect. For a while, I kept saying Clem, but MaxPax kept on winning. When I finally thought MaxPax was going to win, Clem won, so your guess is as good as mine. I actually contacted Vindicta, Mark. I asked Vindicta if he wanted to open tonight's fight night up with a best of 5 against M. Canning. I thought that would be a fun best of 5 to get things started. But he wasn't available. And I was like, all right, what are we doing? Mamacitas. And he's like, you know it. So Vindicta was too busy. Too big. Vindicta is just too big for the Basilisk Big Brain Bouts. But maybe next week. Who knows? I definitely want to include the NA scene as well. I don't want to make it an all-European adventure. And I would even be down to ask Koreans. The only problem is that this starts at a terrible time for Korean players. So I'm pretty sure if I'm going to send a DM to Dark or Solar if they want to play at 4 a.m., they will get blocked immediately. Now, this is the last one of the day. But obviously, I promised 4 weeks of this together with Basilisk. So 4 weeks of this it is. Next Friday, 8 p.m. CST, we're going to have 4 brand new best of 5s. I mean, we can always ask Eric if they want to, right? If they agree, we can always ask, but I do not expect too many Koreans to be super eager. Anyway, we have 2 Reapers and 1 Hellion to kick things off in this best of 5, but MaxPax has played this very safe. This is Roddy levels of safe, guys. The double battery. Battery in the natural, battery in the main base. And I personally don't hate this. There will be some pros that are like, oh, that's a bit of a waste, it's too much, but whenever Terran players open up the way they do, when it's double gas factory before expand, the Terran economy is obviously already a lot slower. So playing it safe and not losing any probes and getting benefit of that battery all game long, I'm okay with it. I like it. Not everyone does, but I like it. I asked you, mate, you didn't want to play. You said you only want to play once you're here because you don't like your setup. But yeah, I think a Reynor Serral main event is something I'd love to see. That is not a lovely start for MaxPax, guys. His first scouting Phoenix on the other side of the map flies into the Widow Mine. Now, Widow Mine does not one-shot a Phoenix the way that it one-shots an Oracle, but this obviously means that it's easier to pick off this Phoenix in the future for Clem. If you're MaxPax, you're not loving life. Not the end of the world, but it's just annoying. Am I cheering for Clem? I'm very neutral between these two. I am, I would say, a bit closer to Clem than I am to MaxPax. But MaxPax has always been super kind and friendly to me. I am going to go for the lamest answer of all time, but I just hope that the games are good. I just cheer for good games, guys. May the better player win. If they make it half as good as it's been lately, I will be very happy. I would love to see a Game 5, yes. And if it does go to Game 5, then I will cheer for the guy who I think has played the better series up to that point. MaxPax is going 3 bases very quickly and Phoenix Colossus. This is one of the builds that Big Gabriel does not like to go up against. Then again, Big Gabe would already be on the other side of the map with 2 bunkers and a couple tanks. Let's be real. We know how Gabe does it. Clem, can he get 1 probe? Nope. Denied. We've had 1 probe so far. If I was Clem... Wait, what? What was that? The second Robo Bay? Did he build a second Robo Bay, guys? What was that? Must have been, right? Okay. Alright. So, MaxPax doing the same thing as SKillous did, but fortunately for him, he did realize it. We had Night Phoenix earlier in our second best of 5 of the day, which was a really fun one. I don't think it really could have gone a lot better than it did. Having some absolutely amazing Phoenix play. I was very impressed by it. Clem is ready to move out for the first time. He has a little bit of everything. We have a Cyclone, we have a Viking, we have a tank, and we have Jacob gifting us 20 subs. I really appreciate it, Jacob. You've been such an MVP. Can we get some love for Jacob in the chat, guys? That man has gifted us 160 subs this month. As Clem locks on the Immortal, MaxPax picks up the Widow Mine. The tank is kind of exposed. I think I would have gone for the tank there, guys. I think I would have gone for the tank, but MaxPax activates battery overcharge. Phoenixes are in range. He still gets the tank relatively easily. 17 worker lead, man. Jeez. Jeez Louise. I'm cheering for the Terran now, man, guys. Protoss is bust still. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Almost saw the Widow Mine fire at the sentry there, but the DPS was high enough. This is a really good ops. It's an amazing ops even. Making life so easy for the packs. Clem is aware of it. The eyes always work well on the youngsters. I mean, we haven't lost a single Phoenix yet. We have lost 2 probes and an observer. Seems like a pylon is going to get picked off, and there is another pylon there, so... Clem is getting a sweet combo deal there. A 2-for-1 as 1 more Widow Mine does get picked up. There is another mine that's close to firing, and it will fire. But it only connects with a single Phoenix. Nice micro there by MaxPax. And now he's like, alright, I don't see any anti-air. Last time I checked, Marauders don't shoot up, but a couple of Marines come from the middle of nowhere, and they get the double kill. And the other Marines catch a Phoenix as well, so we ended up losing 2 Phoenix there in the end. That looked super promising. Losing 2 Phoenix is painful. Woohoo. Can be lucky that Clem didn't pay attention there. I feel like it's so tense when these 2 guys play. Thank you, Lambo, for the 48 months. GG's, mate. Strong showing. Please DM me your PayPal. You know what, mate? 9 minutes into the game, guys, of MaxPax Clem, our main event of the evening, second edition of the BASILISK Big Brain Bouts. Kaiken17 says, Roddy, this is not hyperbole. 50% of the matchups are Smurfs at Diamond 3, ... Shall I ask the players to pause for a moment, mate? So we can go ahead and dive head first into the Smurf problem of Diamond 3. I'm pretty sure that MaxPax and Clem would be willing to do that. I think that is actually a reason. I think that would be a reasonable suggestion. Be like, MaxPax and Clem, I'm going to let you guys finish. It's a good match so far. But we need to address the Diamond 3 Smurf problem. You know what? These YouTubers in the chat, Mana and Uthermo, are they to blame for it? 17 grand to Master League Bronze, whatever challenges. It could be. I think, mate, you have a bone to pick with those guys. MaxPax has units coming in from each and every single angle. Clem has a lot of units in the top left side. Those are 60 Marines hunting for Phoenixes, but the Phoenixes are here with the main army. Guardian Shield gets activated. Warp Prism goes for a big warp in. I mean, this looks like a pretty difficult Protoss army, and MaxPax says, hey, mate, that natural looks pretty open. You should split off a couple Zealots. And that is exactly what he does. Vikings are trying to get a couple of shots off. We have Marines coming in from the back, but the Marines don't go for the Prism. They go for the Colossus. I think they should have gone for the Prism. Well, I don't think it really matters. MaxPax is completely dominating this first game. Clem did not find any damage with his opening. Could not find damage with his first push either. And the packs, other than losing 2 Phoenixes, was pretty flawless there, guys. Whew. All right. The pace is set. Waterfall goes towards MaxPax, and he looked damn good doing it. We could do that as well, Lomac. We could definitely do that as well. Game 2 between these two is going to be played on Cosmic Sapphire. Wonder if Clem is going for a similar opening, or if we're going to switch things up. Because MaxPax, honestly, he went for a bit of a Zest approach. Zest was like the only Protoss in the past who would also just go double battery. Battery in the main, battery in the natural. And just be like, all right, 8 workers ahead. I've got a battery that I can enjoy for the rest of the game. Life's pretty good. You have a couple Phoenixes. You have map control. The man looked very, very, very solid there. Clem was also, he was actually typing up an essay in the chat. He's like, let me go ahead and address the Diamond 3 problem right here. But while he was writing an essay, he was 4 or 5 sentences in. This man decided to end the game. A little bit rude, a little bit uncalled for. I think a 10-yard penalty, unnecessary roughness, automatic first down for Clem, in my eyes. Reynor is diving into the tweet longest. Speaking of Twitter, guys, in the top left side of Cosmic Sapphire, we're looking at the main base of the Prince, the royalty, still representing Psystorm Gaming. And I often say this, but these guys deserve some love. So if you're on Twitter showing love to Basilisk for this event, show some love to Psystorm Gaming as well. They've been around for a long time, supporting players. Those guys are pretty awesome. This is MaxPax. In the bottom right side, we are looking at the main base of, you guys know it. All right. While we are speaking of Serral, and Serral is doing introductions, Serral also had some analysis about that first game there, about the setup that MaxPax was going for, as obviously MaxPax had a little 4-base setup. And basically, it felt that the game ended where it didn't really need to end. So, according to Serral, I kind of feel that that's what's happening. We're looking for a trade, just poking and prodding a little bit with some Phoenixes, Colossus, a couple Zealots, and suddenly it is all over, guys. That is just how it could be. I feel like I had to address one more thing. Zit starts saying, damn, when did Roddy start watching American football? I started watching American football actually when I was very young, because they used to try a European NFL. I forgot the name of the European NFL, but it was a thing. And there was even a team in the Netherlands called the Amsterdam Admirals. And I thought it was kind of cool, so I watched a little bit. But out of the 50,000 tickets available, the Amsterdam Admiral sold on average like 500. It was pretty sad. Then I stopped watching for a long time. But when I moved to America in 2012, I started watching again. Back then, LA had 0 teams. And I figured to enjoy the league, I needed a team. And I somehow picked the unluckiest team out there. And that is the Atlanta Falcons. That has been one of my poorer choices in life. The Falcons are not good at closing things, guys. I'll keep it at that. Clem is going for... this is a lovely start for the packs, guys. The Adept shows up in time and it snipes the SCV that was trying to complete that command center. The Adept now makes it into the main base as well. Gets the Marine. That's a double kill. And we're even going to get the hat trick. Oh, yeah, guys. This is bad. Because it's extra bad. Because now the Adept is in the main base too. And it sees a barracks. It sees a factory. But it doesn't see anything else. Well, 99 out of 100 times then. It means it's a proxy starport. And if it is a proxy starport, it's going to be a Hellion drop. And if you know it's a Hellion drop, well, life should not be very hard. Yeah, MaxPax is going to scout for it. This is a bad start for Liquid Claymore in Game 2, guys. This is a bad start. Thermal says, you're lucky this is Clem. If it was me, I would have left. Yeah, I think that goes for a couple of Terrans. Clem is going to be able to pick off this Adept, and at least that SCV lives, but... like, at this point, I'm almost wondering, should you even go for it? Should you even go for it? The only thing what we can do, guys, is not go for it, and maybe just try to deny a Nexus from going up. MaxPax is opening up with Blink Stalkers. He's got 2 gateways right now. Gateway number 3 is finishing up. MaxPax, is he going to take the gold? No. That would be such a ruddy thing to do. Only Ruddy would ever take the gold. Is MaxPax a Ruddy? I personally, I support the gold. Very unnecessary. Probably a terrible idea. He is not going to do it. I think we might build a gateway. MaxPax is going to be aggro because obviously he knows that Clem opened up with a proxy starport and made up a couple of Hellions. None of those things are particularly great against Blink Stalkers. What is the probe up to then? I'm kind of confused. Just checking to see if there's some sort of a move out. This is a scouting probe. Clem is going to check the bottom left side. Maybe he felt that that probe came in from a very suspicious angle. A little sus is what the youngsters would say. How good is ShoWTime's Terran? I think the world can be very lucky that a man like ShoWTime did not decide to play Terran. Because if he did, he would have probably won like 5 out of 7 DreamHacks by now. I mean, ShoWTime sounds a little different, but I can definitely get behind that statement. I actually think that is my favorite sound bit of all time. Alright, MaxPax has a bunch of Stalkerinos and a War Prism. Clem, obviously, the more time that goes by, the better it will get for him, because at least we're going to get some stim bio to work with. But we have a tank, guys. Losing the tank will be painful. Here come the Stalkers. The tank is dead, but as long as we don't lose a tech lab, I can live with it. Maybe we can get lucky with a nice Cyclone lock on. Oh, nice pickup there by MaxPax. Woo! Clean. Clean pickup. I wonder if Clem sees it. Oh, I don't think he saw it. I don't think he saw it. I wonder if MaxPax definitely saw that. Oh, guys. MaxPax, his War Prism does not see that Medevac drop. Sometimes Terran players do just pick up and then they unload somewhere else just to mess with you. Is MaxPax going into the main base? Yes, he is going into the main base. He's going to drop a couple of Zealots on top of the Cyclone, and now he's in. If Clem picks up those Marauders, he's actually in trouble, so he's going to just try to defend with stuff here in the main base. This is not bad for Clem, actually. We grab a Stalker, we kill all the Zealots. Be very nice if we can actually kill that observer. But don't forget about that little 8 Marine drop. That one is actually still going strong. And it seems that MaxPax does not have any scouting info. He might see the Hellions, but that will actually work against him because he might take care of the Hellions then. This doesn't look that bad anymore for Clem. Like, MaxPax is far out of position and he just used a recall, guys. We do still have that Prism. Prism is going to go into the main base, but 8 Marine drop shows up in the main, and the MaxPax is just warped in as well on the other side of the map. Okay, this game is going to get wild. Shield battery overcharge is good, but Clem is going to gun it down. Clem has a strong push over here. There are Zealots in his main base, but Liquid Claymore does not give a damn about a couple of Zealots. He's here, he's there, he's fucking everywhere. Even though MaxPax is taking care of the drop in the main base, and these Zealots are definitely dealing a decent amount of damage. But what is going to deal with this army? A couple of Zealots? Maybe? I mean, potentially. Zealots are good. But Zealots don't have armor upgrades. Ah, there's more Zealots coming in, though. How are there so many Zealots? How does this man have so many Zealots? But Clem's micro is good. Zealot count is dwindling. We are forced to disengage. We have actually make a second appearance with the drop in the main base. 16 probes going down against 15 SCVs. The biggest problem for Clem is that this is not an orbital yet. And now we do have Storm. I actually thought that was going to go worse for MaxPax than it ended up going. For a man who I thought was not quite ready for a lot of that craziness, he actually handled that quite well. This one observer has been godlike. Okay, good job there by Clem taking out the ops. Prism was ready to wipe in a few more Zealots. The High Templars have Storm. MaxPax is enjoying a 12 worker lead. No armor upgrades. But if you have Storm, do you need armor upgrades? We have control of the Zelnaga Watchtower as well. Clem's army is not bad. Oh, if he gets the Prism, it's actually kind of nice here. We have a couple of Widowmines though. Widowmine's so good against Zealots. Oh, High Templar for free. High Templar for free. Well, it's never all the way for free, but basically for free. 2 Zealots waiting for a run by, but Clem, his spider senses are tingling and he finds them. Pretty strong minute and a half here by Clem. After what felt like obviously a terrible start with that Adept killing the SCV before the CC was done. Adept getting into the main base. Starport gets scouted. This was all pretty good. And MaxPax is actually derping a little bit here in the center. Once more his army is split in half, not on purpose. This army actually feels a little underwhelming to me. Clem is totally ready for these tiny Zealot run-bys, but eventually it's not 2, but 22 Zealots, and then it becomes a bit harder. Observer in the center of the map is quite nice. War Prism is already a bit low in HP, so MaxPax needs to be very careful with it, especially because there are Vikings, and obviously the Vikings have literally nothing else to shoot at, so they will pretty much always shoot at this Prism. We're making Colossus now, but we don't have extended thermal lens. MaxPax seems to be done with the 2 Zealot run-bys, and he goes for a 4 Zealot run-by. There is a Ghost. It snipes one of the Zealots. The armies are clashing. A big Storm, a second absolutely perfect Storm goes down. And Clem loses a lot of bio on the other side of the map. Power of vision right there. Those were about as good as you could possibly hope for. Widowmine drops here are nice. Does the cannon reveal it? Ooh, good shot. 5 probes go down. Cannon does not reveal it. Super annoying. Now we're going to get another mine drop. This is actually all pretty good for Clem again, guys. Now there are 2 permanently cloaked mines in mineral lines where there is no detection. First cannon doesn't cover it. We have a Colossus, but we don't have extended thermal lens. Obviously a very important upgrade. EMP lens kills the observer, does not connect with the High Templars. Widow mines. Yeah, it's hard to attack into mines if you don't have any observers. MaxPax definitely has thrown away the lead that he had. The Widow mine has fired again, got 2 kills. This one gets a single kill as the armies are still duking it out with each other. But MaxPax is being overly aggro in this game. Now suddenly down 9 workers. And a Colossus that's a sitting duck. No thermal lens means it's pretty much useless. And when your thermal said he would have left the game in minute 3, this game suddenly looks fantastic at minute 12. Obviously, all the craziness that happened with the Prism harass, the drop in the main base, the push of the 3rd, Hellions in the natural, that went alright for Clem. But that's not really where he won the game. He hasn't won this game yet. Nobody has ever won a game. Because MaxPax is now still a 5-base Protoss. And between these two, I think lately we have realized that it's never really over. But things definitely look up for Liquid Clem. Serral has played in 2 ESL Open Cups. He won the first one he ever played in. In the second one, he lost to MaxPax. The first one that he ever played in, he did win. The second one, he lost to MaxPax. I think in the quarterfinals even. That just shows how competitive the weekly is, guys. Serral is a quarterfinals kind of guy. Maybe he's down to play on a BASILISK Big Brain Bouts. We'll put him in the second slot of the evening. If I'm feeling generous, maybe he gets a co-main event of the evening, you know. Yona needs to know his place in life. Clem has a lot of goals, but he does not quite have the Hajin Sun upgrade yet, and it's obviously a little bit harder to land EMPs. Now we have a Disruptor out, and MaxPax is pretty damn good with them Disruptors. Vikings getting some good shots off on one of the Colossus. As there is a shield battery there. EMP is landing, but shield battery overcharge is completely nullifying the effect of those EMPs. One Colossus does fall though, and the second one gets healed up by the battery. It still gets healed up by the battery, but eventually it will get picked up. And this Terran army seems very good, very powerful. Even though we only have 1-1 upgrades. There is a Nova, but Clem knows exactly where he needs to be and where he cannot be. MaxPax has done a good job in probing up again and saturating all 5 bases. And he does have gateways for days. We're looking at 10 gateways, but that is not enough. And MaxPax down 49 supply, waves the white flag at 14 minutes and 20 seconds. And we're all tied up. Now that's a main event right there, guys. That is a main event. Is TVP the best matchup at the moment? I like TVP a lot. Especially when it's between these two. But I think PvZ can be very good. The only thing that sucks a little bit about PvZ is that more often than not, the first 6-7 minutes is very identical. But after that, I think it becomes very fun. But I personally love ZVZ. It's just really hard to find good ZVZs. And then the players don't even want to play ZVZ. But next week, guys, I'm going to try to get a ZVZ. Because last week we had a lot of TVZs. Today we have a lot of PVTs. Next week, I think it's time for at least one ZVZ. Like, I would love Lambo Elaser, but I have the feeling that neither Lambo or Elaser wants to participate in that. I think there's a different way to talk about matchups, Mr. Chocoberry. I'm in a good mood. I am enjoying these games. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying these games. I have always hated that. Don't talk about something in video games like that. This is dumb. Don't do that. Don't be that guy. We're all tied up in our second main event. Last week, the main event was between Big Gabriel and ShoWTime. Big Gabe walked away with it 3-0. Gabe was dominating. Today, it's closer. Bottom left side, the man who took a 1-0 lead and technically had a great start into game 2, but got a bit overly aggro and obviously got caught off guard by the 8 Marine drop. And at that point, all hell broke loose. Took a couple of questionable fights and suddenly we're all tied up. The Prince of Denmark, representing Storm, MaxPax. In the top right side of Inside and Out, we are looking at the main base of the guy that everyone is talking about, representing Team Liquid. That's damn right. Can he start his own streak? Or will we go back to where we were for the last couple of weeks? I still don't know. I think that's a good thing. When we don't know, when we have generally no clue who's going to win this best of 5, I think that's a good thing. Gabe and Clem had some great TVTs last Monday, but I don't think I was hating on those TVTs, right? I was showing them a lot of love. For people who don't know anything about this event, we are doing this for at least 4 weeks. This is week number 2. And after that, there is a chance it will continue. But obviously, it only continues if A, it's appreciated by the players, B, it's appreciated by the community. !Basilisk in the chat. If you guys give them a follow on Twitter, there's a good chance I can do more than just 4 weeks. If you guys tweet something nice at them, give them some love, there's a good chance we'll get a few more. Because that is all they really want to see. They like doing this with me, but they just want to make sure that it's not just for me and that it's actually something that's appreciated by the community. I think so far it's safe to say that the players that have played in it like it. And now I'm getting DMs from players as well saying that they want to play in it. That's exactly what I was aiming for. What up, Chris? I'm doing good, mate. It's been a relatively long day. Not super happy with the results of the DreamHack Masters EU qualifiers today, but so is life. I'll probably do a little fun stream tomorrow morning. And tomorrow afternoon I'm spending some time with my brother and my dad. And then in the evening we will see. I might have visitors from Germany once more, which I'm always excited for. !Basilisk in the chat. Or twitter.com/basilisk_GG. Or just give 10 subs like the Basilisk research group just did. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, Chris and his lady, Lino, they want to come by. I don't think Gabe is coming. Like, I actually really wanted all of them to come. Like Ivy, Gabe, Chris, his lady, maybe even one of the other guys. But it seems like that's hard to schedule. But it seems that Chris just wants to have a fun time in Rotterdam and then make a visit to me. So, works out. He was like, is Lino still there? Do I need to take a hotel? I was like, no, Lino left. Thank you so much, Basilisk Research Group, for the 10 gifted subbies. I assume that means that you guys are enjoying the show, and that makes me happy. MaxPax is going back into Phoenix Robo. Clem. What is Clem doing? I have not quite paid attention. 2-1-1 setup. No, 3-1-1 setup. I was about to say, don't be the guy that builds a Raven. I really, I think it's offensive and rude, guys. I think the modern equivalent of mana-muling, which is not really a thing anymore, and I'm happy about it, because mana-muling is pretty messed up. But I think the modern equivalent of mana-muling is people opening up Raven against Phoenix. Unless your name is Maru. That's just not okay. You're not allowed to do that. Maru is the only one who can get around, or get away with that. I'm glad to see that Clem is not doing that. Try to escape, did not escape. MaxPax obviously wants to be careful with his first Phoenix. You don't want to fly it into a HeroMarine like you did in game 1, even though that didn't really hurt him all that much. Beyond makes the Raven with his Phoenix a lot, I know. And why do you think Beyond has been a world champ in 2016 but not in 2022? Because he ain't Maru. Unless your name is Maru, you're not allowed to make a Raven against Phoenix. This is a fact. What is Clem up to, guys? He's making a lot of Marines. Now, as long as we don't have a Colossus, this looks like a good army. But we are going to get a Colossus. But obviously Clem is going to try to make some magic happen before that Colossus is out. Maybe he feels that the way that MaxPax plays is greedy. In the words of Big Gabriel. If I'm MaxPax here, I'm definitely shaking in my boots. I'll be like, alright, Colossus, Chrono. He's going to get a second battery. I don't really like it when the second battery is away from the first battery. I think they should be in range of each other. He is going to Chrono Boost out the Colossus, but if Clem just settles for this Nexus, MaxPax is in trouble. But maybe Clem wants more. I don't know if he wants more. I don't know what Clem wants. Colossus 35% done. Keep an eye on this Colossus on the production tab. Clem now goes for that battery. Goes for the pylon. MaxPax sacrificed one probe there, but there is another HeroMarine. He's forced to cancel that base. Unburrow? No Unburrow. Very sloppy Liquid Clem. Very first time in my life, guys, that I've seen Clem not unburrow a mine when he was supposed to unburrow a mine. We've got 4 Phoenixes roaming around. Obviously, MaxPax's not happy about the fact that he had to cancel the third base, but on the other hand, he's delaying the third CC of Clem, and this is anybody's game. Ooh, that's a lot of energy on these Phoenixes. No missile turret, no HeroMarines. Marines have been picked up from the low ground and dropped into the main base, but decent eco damage. Can Clem get one Phoenix? Anyone? Little guys with a gun? Nope. That was pretty good by MaxPax. A lot of damage that kind of went unanswered. Once more, extended thermal lens is a little bit late. Maybe this time around it was on purpose, because obviously he had to cancel the Nexus, rebuild and all that jazz, but he's getting it right now. I still think that's a little bit late. On Cosmic it was very late. That's a decent amount of Marauders. Now, as long as you have a bunch of Phoenix, you have one Immortal. I think near a battery, MaxPax is fine. But MaxPax does not seem to be aware of the fact that the entire army of Clem is here, guys. Oh my god, this can get bad, because if 7 Marauders team forward, I know we have a couple sentries, but 7 Marauders is 7 Marauders. Clem is now going to get a heads up shield battery overcharge immediately, and that's exactly what he does. That's good. Man, what a moment to actually pick up the SCV here. As Nathanius would say, just the wrapping paper was still on that thing. MaxPax really dodging a bullet there with overcharge. Like every Protoss. Every single week. Every day. In every league. 55 probes against 51 SCVs. A third orbital on the way. Who do we favor, guys? Who do we favor? Double starport is already up and running. That's a very early double starport. Nice Widowmine shot again. But somehow the Phoenixes live. But all of them are so low on HP. And that can actually become a little bit problematic. Like once Clem is going to show up with a bunch of Vikings, normally you have the Phoenixes to absorb some shots, get in and out of range, put some damage on the Vikings. But these Phoenixes are so better than Bruce from these Widowmine shots that it's going to be very easy for the Vikings to take him out. Storm is far, yeah. By the time we have Storm, we have the Hajin Sun upgrade too, so I'm not sure about that. I kind of think that MaxPax needs to accept that the Colossus are going to die, and then you try to make magic happen with Disruptors. But if you have Disruptors, you also really want Blink Stalkers. This is very nice for MaxPax. Gets 8 Marines pretty much for free. Clem's entire army is on the left side. MaxPax is chasing and gets the medevac. Couple Zealots waiting for a run by. This Observer has been nice. I would put it here, but I guess that doesn't matter. Just going for a couple of Archons is nice too. I also wonder about the 4 Colossus. No, charge is not done yet. And especially if you have Zealots on the other side of the map, that is indeed just a straight up mistake. Like obviously if you play Phoenix Colossus, normally like getting super early charge, maybe not the most important thing, but if you're already setting up multiple run bys, yeah, you want charge. I wonder about 4 Colossus. It's different. That was one of the healthy feelings. That's so many Vikings, man. I'm very worried here for MaxPax, guys. I'm very worried, especially if the Ghosts land decent EMPs, or maybe MaxPax can land a Nova. The Nova is available. The slow Zealots are marching in. Charge halfway done. I would say just cancel this, man. I don't think you win this fight. Yeah, that's that Phoenix. That's so many Vikings. As the Germans would say, meine Fresse. It's too many Vikings. MaxPax's slow Zealots are going to get a cancel. But like without Blink Stalkers or without a buttload of Phoenix, I'm so worried here for MaxPax. Unless he hits a big ball, he's in so much trouble. 1 Colossus is an absolute sitting duck and it gets picked off. He does not have the anti-air to match all these Vikings. Every single Phoenix gets picked off and other Colossus are just kind of stuck. We drop a couple force fields. We send a ball and get some Marauder. We have charge now, but we don't have Blink. 3 base against 3 base though, so maybe it's not the end of the world. Maybe Clem loses his school and takes a fight in range of a battery overcharge. MaxPax is getting as many Disruptors as possible. I would almost put the Colossus in the back of my main now. The Viking count is, I don't want to say dwindling. We lost 1. No. The Viking count ain't dwindling, guys. We went from 15 to 14, but that's still a reasonable amount of Vikings. Honestly, great army positioning there by MaxPax. A lesser Protoss would have just felt like he was forced to take the fight. You get EMP'd, Archons disappear, Colossus die, and you die. MaxPax finds a way to just hang in there. There's a big Zealot run by right now happening at the Planetary Fortress. That is not a Planetary Fortress yet, and we may have to cancel this, Clem. Actually, Clem is just going to send his entire army back, and then he does not need to cancel this Morphing Planetary, but 7 SCVs go down, and MaxPax obviously buys a lot of time for +2, for blink, for disrupt this. Good job. I was afraid the game was gonna end there, man, because without the Colossus, the army of MaxPax looked bad, but he did a very good job in surviving that. We're still gonna have to land big Novas though, because we are down 3 upgrades. Like, this is not looking hot for the Danish Protoss. But it comes down to a couple of disruptors. We have Zealots running into the 3rd base once more, slamming at depots. Clem is doing a very good job in avoiding the Nova so far, as we know that he always does. Seems like MaxPax is waiting for a battery overcharge. He could activate it right now. He uses it on the Nexus Guardian Shield, and the Nexus still falls. If SKillous is around to clip it, I hope he does. Battery overcharge really isn't all that great, guys. MaxPax is so broke. This is risky by Clem, by the way. He had no high ground vision. Yeah, he's so close. Oh, that was very risky. But he got away with it. I mean, the upgrades are just on point for Liquid Claymore. +1 ship weapons as well. Liberators on the way. 2 extra command centers. Clem has done a great job in keeping MaxPax at 3 bases for as long as he's been. We have a fusion core going down now as well. Liberators coming in. Rip in 2 minutes. Yeah. It's hard to call a game like this over, even though it looks pretty terrible for MaxPax. But we have seen games like this before. He's good at having run-bys going eventually. If you land 2 or 3 big Novas, sometimes you don't just win a fight, you absolutely dominate a fight. This is not the kind of stuff that you need if you are MaxPax, though. The armies are flirting with each other. Balls! Well, that fight in the natural may not be all that pretty. The fight in the center of the map is a whole lot prettier. Clem paid a very hefty price for that one. Loses another ghost there. And in the end, even these units got deflected. Yeah, that's why you can never call a game like this over. Now, MaxPax suddenly has the bigger army. I don't know if he should be here without a prism. There are still 10 Vikings left. Even the Colossus are going to show up. Sensor Tower falls. This is hard to micro as well. Maybe a Guardian Shield. Here come the Liberators. Here come the Vikings. Here come the Novas. That Nova whiffs. The Stalkers are going to go all out for the lips. But I don't like this fight very much for MaxPax at all. He really exposed his robo units. And he just lost the majority of his Disruptors and all the Colossus. Stalkers are clumsy, low DPS units. That was not the fight for the Stalkers. MaxPax thought he had Clem right where he wanted it, but it was the other way around. GG. Clem with an amazing fight there. But that's... I think that's a bit silly. I think that was a bit silly. Maybe getting over-eager, maybe happy about the previous fight, but... you look at the upgrades, you look at the fact that the 4th base is finally going up. I don't know. You have no War Prism there, you have no Gateway, no Pylon for reinforcements. I think we got a bit carried away there. Like, yes, we did a good job defending the natural. Yes, we landed big balls in the center of the map. But we didn't get everything. We got a decent amount, but we didn't get everything. And then to walk into a trap like that, exposing your robo units, that's tough. While we get ready for Game 4, for the last time today, I am going to ask you guys for a very minor favor. If you guys like this event, you want to see more, we're going to have at least 2 more. But there is a chance we get a whole lot more. All you guys have to really do for me is head over to twitter.com/basilisk. I will give you guys a link in the chat. !Basilisk works too. I see that we have like 20 or 25 people joining, but I think those are rookie numbers. With 2K people here, I think Twitter sucks. And I think a lot of you guys think Twitter sucks. But there's also a lot of you guys who still have an account out there somewhere. Give these guys a follow, and then hopefully we get way more StarCraft content out of them. Coco says easy follow. I think a Coco follow counts for 3, actually. So I hope that Basilisk knows that too. I'll make sure they know Coco. Does anyone in Europe even use Twitter? We used to. We used to, but not anymore. Is the stream over? No. It could be over after the next game. But it ain't over yet. We're going to go ahead and hop into Game 4. It could be it. But this man has been down 1-2 time and time again. And he has still turned things around. There's a good chance he will just do that all over again. One of the 2 players of our main event of the evening in the 2nd edition of the BASILISK Big Brain Bouts. 4 Bs, guys. 4 Bs. This is Storm Gaming's MaxPax. 4 Bs. I just want you guys to take a moment and let that sink in. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4. That's a lot of Bs. In the bottom right side of Moondance, we are looking at the main base of the Frenchman, up to 1, trying to get his own little streak against a guy that beat him 5 times in a row. Can he turn it around and make it 2 for him? This is. Even the inactive accounts, guys. If you guys give an active follow, that means something. I don't really know how Twitter algorithm works, but I assume that means something. Even if you never use Twitter, you can hop on it, give it a follow. It makes them happy. And if it makes them happy, it makes me happy. And even though we've only done 2 weeks of this, I already look forward to the next one. I already look forward to coming up with 4 more matches. Obviously, if you guys have certain matches in mind that you think I should absolutely try to organize, you guys feel free to let me know. And it doesn't have to be top tier pro gamers. It can also just be good, fun community members around 5'5", 5'6". They can always be the opening match of the evening, and then we just get better throughout the night. That is the idea. First matches should be fun, competitive, but not ultra high level. And then it just gets better as the night goes on. Eon Blue, you could be an opener, Eon Blue, if you're still playing. Eon Blue Holy Hit. Their Klassieker of the 3rd division. We could do that. We already had a high level deck Klassieker, but yeah, I was actually thinking of Hate Me. I would like to see Hate Me play. The Drittes Bundesliga Klassieker, guys. Eon Blue Holy Hit. Banger. I don't think TLO is an active player. I know he played well in the DreamHack qualifiers, but I don't know if TLO is down to play in something like this. Loco versus Winter. I don't have the $7,000 laying around I need for an appearance of Loco, guys. Come on now. We need to know our place in life. Let's be real. What's next? You guys want to see Pokimane against Ninja? There's only so much I can do. I have limited powers. Alright, obviously a good start here for MaxPax, as long as we don't take any unnecessary damage against the Reapers and Hellions. The Adept shades into the natural and gets another kill. I mean, he thermal said earlier, if this was him, he would have left on Cosmic. This is also another start that makes Terran players incredibly pleased. Does not make their heart beat any faster. HeroMarine does connect. That's nice. A little bit of feel good there. Pokey, your queen. My queen too. Well, I don't... This is not an event for streamers, so it's supposed to obviously be for players. I think streamers in general already have it a lot better than players have it at lower levels, so to give even more money to streamers then, instead of giving it to players that are good at the game, I think that would be a bit silly. MaxPax is getting a little bit sloppy here, guys, and he's very focused on this, but I hope he's focused on what he needs to be focused on, and that is the HeroMarine drop. That could have been a lot worse. We can live with that damage. We can absolutely live with that damage, but that could have been worse. That was seconds away from disaster. Clem is going to go for a Raven here. Don't know what the Raven is about. Maybe he's going to send it to the other side of the map. Drop some auto turrets. It is Blink Stalker opening. We're going to get a bunker in the front. We have a second tank on the way. First tank is already out. I mean, MaxPax for a while has been very good at this stuff. But the thing is, he can't really go all out aggression because he still needs to worry about this HeroMarine drop. This honestly is starting to scare me a little for the packs. Unless he makes magic happen with the Blinky boys like he's done so many times in the past. But the moment that Clem is going to see these Stalkers, he's going to send in that HeroMarine drop. Here come the Stalkers. The Stalkers blink forward. They go for the tank. If you get the tank and the bunker, okay, that's godlike. That is absolutely godlike. A lot of Stalkers do go down though. But that was not just the tank. That was the tank and the bunker. And the medevac drop has actually not been reactivated. I really think Clem should send in that Widowmine drop, and I know that's easier said than done, because he needs to worry about these stalkers, but he is going to send it in. Is MaxiPaxy paying attention? He is not. Ay, ay, ay. That is 12 workers going down. Well, Clem was patient, rather. And maybe MaxPax was patient there with that blink. That's an amazing drop. That is an absolutely amazing drop. And where it looked like Clem was in trouble, there is still a tank. What are we going to do? We're going to avoid the tank. We're going to start chipping away at a supply depot and a barracks. But make no mistake, guys. MaxPax needs a whole lot more than he's getting so far. He's going to blink out. How are these mines still alive? 9 kills already on this mine. Make that 11. Oh my goodness, Clem may very well be winning this best of 5, as the Stalkers have blinked into the natural one more time, but I want to see that final Widowmine shot as well. That's another 2 kills. MaxPax is in trouble. MaxPax is in all sorts of trouble. We do have a couple of Stalkers in the main base that have picked off a tank, and now we're wiping in a few more Stalkers. MaxPax feels very all in, but is being all in a problem if you're going to win? Stalkers, super low on HP, blink out of range. We have 2 groups of blink Stalkers right now. We need to get that tank, but we cannot get that tank. And we're losing Stalkers left, right, and center. The Pax is running into a concrete wall that is made out of 100% pure liquid Clément. Some of the finest materials you're going to find in Europe. Alright, this is it, guys. This is it. We're absolutely going to send it. We got 1 tank. We get a 2nd tank. We get an SCV. A lot of Stalkers in stock. We get a Viking. Tank count is back to 1. But Clem, 40 SCVs. Stim, 30% done. I feel like he missed-targeted on the bunker. He shot it. He shot with all Stalkers at 1 SCV. Dark Shrine goes down now as well. Why the hell not? Oh. Zealots? What are we going to do with the Zealots? We're going to drop it on top of a tank? Okay, Tech Lab is a little bit exposed, the one that is researching Stim. I think he's going to drop the Zealots on the tank. Ah, there's a Neil tank. There is always a tank. Is that the Raven, by the way, on the other side of the map? No, Raven died. What is that then? Still that 1 mine! You're joking! It scouts the Dark Shrine. The greatest Widow mine ever. Even though it only gets 1 kill. Alright, we're going to drop the Zealots. We're going to send it around to... Gets the tank. Doesn't get it immediately. Stim is so close to finishing up. And Neil tank pops as well. And Neil tank pops. And I think MaxPax is going to have to disengage. Whoa, that tank shot did a lot of friendly fire. Sweet baby Jesus. Yeah, now we're going to drop maybe the Zealots. Or what are we going to do? Once more, 2 groups to start. This is sick, actually. MaxPax has now created an 8-worker lead for himself. Widowmine drop comes back again. The little mine that could get 7 probes with 1 shot. Are you kidding me? That is over 20 kills on that Widowmine. The greatest mine. They're going to write children's books about that mine, guys. Oh, my goodness. Wow, this is an exciting final game. It's hard to say where it's gonna go. MaxPax so heavy on the Stalkers, blinks forward, grabs the tank, grabs the bunker, but now the Marauders have Stim. They don't have +1. Can we snipe the Marauders? Some Marauders are very low on HP. MaxPax thinks that he can out-micro this army. Haven't we seen this before? MaxPax and Clem microing in the bottom right side on Moondance. This is giving me a serious deja vu. Whoa, tank shot from the high ground. The mine! You're joking! It can't be. 23 kills on the mine. It's still going strong. Clem is going to stim forward. MaxPax could be in a bit of trouble, or MaxPax wants the tank. He wants the tank. He gets the tank and he gets out of there. We have seen this before, guys. We have seen this before. The crazy micro battle on the bottom right side. This time around, MaxPax blinks forward, grabs a Marauder. The other Marauder gets picked up. That Marauder gets picked up. All the Marauders get picked up. Oh my god. These guys are pretty good at the video game, aren't they? These guys are pretty good at this video game. Stalker is still blinking. A couple of full HP Marauders. Stim forward 1 more time. And Clem has gotten another tank. The mine has fired again. Of course the mine has fired again. I mean, Clem is literally playing MaxPax on hard mode right now. But he's like, I want to see how much I can do with 1 mine. That mine has 27 kills. It has 27 kills. But MaxPax says, alright, I'm going to go back into the main base. The Marauder count is climbing though. You can kill 1 Marauder, you can kill 2 Marauders, but can you kill this many Marauders and a tank? I don't know. I don't know. Then again, medevacs are running out of juice as well. Still 2 base. Little Mine, 27 kills. 29 kills on the Widow Mine. I mean, Clem is loving life. I don't think I've ever seen one mine be active for that long. MaxPax still super in his face though. And Clem needs to be careful that he doesn't overstim, but normally every second that goes by is a good one for the Terran. We have Archons. Yeah, Darkshrine finished up, I guess. We've got Archons, guys. Archons are good sometimes. Not always. Oh. MaxPax had enough. He's like, Clem, fuck you. Fuck your mine. But the mine gets 4 more and... No, it gets... No, but it can... Oh my god, Stalker's in the main base, but who cares? Archons, Stalkers, War Prism. MaxPax is incredibly upset over a Widow Mine drop that gets 4 more and gets out of there one last time. Clem stabilizes, and obviously his army is getting bigger and bigger. Now, I don't know, 33 kills on a single Widow Mine that has been active since minute 5. MaxPax's Stalkers obviously are going to lose their impact. But 4 Archons, guys. 4 Archons can be good. Archon flank is apparently a thing. Warp is a micro. Stalkers blink forward now. This is kind of like when the little brother gets his big brother to settle something on the playground. Clem's like, alright, if we are microing here. 33 kills. The Max Verstappen Widow Mine, guys. Mox, Super Mox, 33 kills. MaxPax, oh my god, he's gonna activate, I think, the Widow Mine shot. But then Clem is gonna pick it up again. No, he gets the Stalker kill! Are you joking? Clem, save it! 34 kills! Yes! Save it! No! No! It deserved better. Meanwhile, there are 2 Archons killing 5 SCVs in the bottom left side. SCVs are clumped up, but there are Vikings in the mix. Vikings in the mix! GG gets called, and Clem takes the main event of the evening in a 3-1 victory over MaxPax. Wow. Alright, that was a game and a half. That was a Widow Mine for the ages. Unfortunately, it did not live to tell the tale of the greatest Widow Mine to ever live, but oh my goodness. What a game. What a second edition of the Fight Night. Yeah. GG, guys. GG. Thank you so much to the Basilisk Research Group for gifting us 10 extra subs. That is going to do it for the second edition of the Basilisk Big Brain Bouts. We will be back next Friday with another edition. Now, there could be a moment, guys, where there is DreamHack running and Basilisk Big Brain Bouts at the same time. Obviously, that's going to suck, but on the other hand, you guys know the deal with DreamHack. A, there's a lot of breaks. B, there is a lot of talking. So, I don't see any reason to not run this while DreamHack is going on. I think consistency is key. Next Friday, 8 p.m. CEST, 2 p.m. East Coast, 11 a.m. West Coast. We have 4 more amazing matches. No, it was 33 probes and a Stalker. 34 kill in the end. The little Widow Mine. The little mine that could. So one more time, guys, if you want to show some love to the guys from Basilisk. I know I've said this a couple of times, but this is important. All you have to do is head over to twitter.com/basilisk_GG. Seems like a lot of you guys are following. That makes me very happy. Let them know that you guys are enjoying the Big Brain Bouts. This was our second edition. These were the 4 games today. Congrats to the winners. Future 3-1 over Pili. Botvinik with our first ever reverse sweep. He was down 0-2, but he gets the 3-2 over Night Phoenix. Lambo was amazing. I got a 3-1 or 3-0 even over SKillous. But game 1 and game 3 were sick. And our main event was a good one. Clem gets a 3-1 victory over MaxPax with a mine, well, that we will remember for a long time. Chapeau. GG's. I think overall very fun games. I'm very happy with how it went. Hopefully you guys are happy too. Hopefully you guys had fun with me. If you have any suggestions for matches next Friday, feel free to holler at me. Join the Discord. Let me know in the Discord. I would say tweet at me, but I don't really read that. So let me know on Twitch. Let me know in the Discord, and I will do my best to make 4 more exciting games for you guys next week. I'm excited for it. I love matchmaking, and I think I did a good job today. looking at how everything played out, I think we had a lot of excitement. We had a lot of close games. It was competitive. It was fun. I think it was good. Well done, Kev. Well done. Thank you, Shitzerk. Great name, mate, for the 300 bits. I really appreciate it. Oh, that is it, guys. I'm pretty tired. We have been live since 4 p.m. Well, a little bit later. We had a couple of nice ladder games. Then we watched a little bit of the DreamHack qualifiers. In the end, those DreamHack results, they were obviously not what we were hoping for, but so is life. Can't always have the StarCraft 2 result you wish for. Thanks to Zem88 for the Prime. I'll be back tomorrow with a little casual stream in the morning. Maybe F1, maybe ladder, who knows. And then I'm going to spend some time with my brother and my dad. Should be fun. And in the night, we will see. I think tomorrow night at midnight, there is a American qualifier that I may cover. Sunday, 6 p.m., there is Europe qualifier that I will cover. And I don't know. We will see. That's all I got, guys. GG's. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Let's see what you guys ended up settling for. 51.49. 1.1 million points. 1.1 million points. Congrats, you lucky degenerates. Bye-bye. Clem wins. And that's all for me. Good night. Thanks for spending the evening with me. Hopefully you guys loved it. I loved it. I think it was a fun one. Hopefully the next one is even better.